Hello, greetings. This is Jorge Misael Santos Martinez speaking, and in this opportunity, I'm going to be working with the second assignment of English Conversation. This assignment has a very unique topic, and the topic is silly sports. In order to answer and participate in this assignment, I have to watch a video named Buzkashi explained. That is was left by our facilitator in the platform. And we have to answer the following questions. First question: what is Bukashi and where is it traditionally played? Well, Buzkashi is a traditional Central Asian sport, often referred as goat grabbing. It's particularly popular in countries like Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan. In the game, horse-mounted players called chapandaz compete to grab a goat or a calf carcass and carry it to a goal. That goal can be a hole on the ground, a flag on a post, or a circle, like I told you before. But in regards to the video, they use two, and those two were a hole on the ground, as I saw in the video, and a big tire to mark the goal. How do players score points in a game of Buzkashi? Well, players score points by successfully grabbing the carcass, in the video the goat carcass, maneuvering through the field while fending off other players and disposing it into the designated scoring circle or goal. In this case, was a hole and a big tire, like I told you before. And those areas are known as circles of justice or hala or circle of justice, like I told you, depending on the region. So the name is hala. And the third question: why are spectators at risk of injuries during a game of Buzkashi? Well, according to the video, spectators are at risk because Buzkashi is a very rough game. It's fast-paced. It's fast-paced game played on horseback, often without barriers between the playing field and the crowd. The intensity of the competition, the unpredictable movement of the horses, and the large number of players can lead to incidents and accidents, with horses or players sometimes crashing into the crowd. Basically, there's no area designated to the crowd to watch this game. In order to watch it, you have to be close to the area where the people are playing, where the players are playing. And in the video, you see how intense it is. People are trying to grab the carcass of the player, and they often go off course, or well, there's no course because the whole field is the course, and the player have to fend off these people, and it's quite intense. There's a little bit of kicking, a little bit of seems to be punches, but not. It's not clear, but it's quite interesting, an interesting game or sport, in my opinion. And traditionally, is like this, as the speaker is said. Fourth question: how are the games usually sponsored? According to the speaker, well, according to the speaker, Bukashi games are typically sponsored. Well, as I investigated, Huskashi games are typically sponsored by wealthy individuals, local leaders, or politicians. sponsor these events for the gain of social status and display of generosity, and sometimes to promote a political influence with other communities. But in the case of this specific video, the speaker is talking about this game because there was a wedding, and after the wedding, the father of the wife made a bet of 10,000 yen to the groomsman, or to the groom, or to the husband of the wife. There's no names or anything that was specific, any details or anything else it was said about them. The only thing we know is that the father of the wife made a bet of 10,000 yuan, and it was 1,000 yuan for each point that the groomsman scored. We don't know if he won. We know that it was played and it was very rough. And in my opinion, in this topic is quite interesting, to say the least. This is one of the most strange sports I have ever seen, and I've seen my fair share of weird sports like extreme ironing and many other silly sports like that. And this is quite interesting, and it's tradition in its so to speak, the way that they play, it takes me back to some things that I have read before of many of the cultures in the Central Asia and parts of in the Middle East as well. And I think and believe that this tradition comes through the Mongolians and many other cultures and countries that are in that region. So it's kind of interesting to watch and learn about this type of traditions. And for us it's silly, but for them it's quite important, and it's a gesture of generosity and wealth. So this was my participation. Thank you for listening, and cheers.